Okay, so welcome back to another episode of Kamado Cooking UK. Today I haven't done a video for a while, so it's Easter, so I've decided to do Greek leg of lamb. If I move that, now we've got a leg of lamb that I've got bought from where did I get it from? Morrison's. So that's our leg of lamb we're going to be using. Normally find their meat pretty good, so we're going to give this a go today. So let's get cracking and start doing the ingredients that we need for this Greek leg of lamb. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is cut up some slivers of garlic, nothing too big, and I'm not going to use that much garlic in this. Say not that much, but you put the amount of garlic that you like in for the taste that you like, but I'm not going to over garlic it. So we want some of these slivers. There's plenty of flavours coming through from all the other ingredients that we're going to be putting into that today. So that's pretty cool like that. So if I move that to one side, get our lamb over. What we're going to do is we're going to put some lip scores across it. Not doing my knife any good, that's for sure. It's just going to let a little more penetration of the flavours. Don't go too deep. You can probably see how deep the scores are there. They're not that deep. Better get that off. I'm not too fussy on what this looks like, because once it actually cooks and renders down a little bit, you won't see none of that. What we're going to do, there we go, right, that's cool, I like that. Right, I'm just going to make some holes in this and pop our little bits of garlic in, push it right down in. Now this is where, if you don't want it too garlicky, don't stuff it with too much garlic, but it's a Greek dish so they use loads of garlic. Push that well down in there. If you want to, you can actually put some little bits of rosemary in as well. There we go. That's probably going to be enough. Like I say, if you want to, you can actually turn it over and do it on the other side as well. But for me, that's enough garlic. You can have what you've got left over, just chuck it in the bottom of the pan. But this is going to go onto the pretty much onto the Kamado like this. So we'll get some oil on it. Didn't even see that, my eyes are going. Right on the very end. Turn her over. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to season this up a little bit. So I've got some paprika there. This is not smoked. I'm not smoking this today on the Kamado with anything. No, some people use a little bit of cherry. I'm not going to bother with that. Right, that's pretty cool. I'm going to get some oregano, plenty of oregano on this one, because what we're going to do is we're going to cook this for an hour or two without any wrapping, and then the final part we're going to braise this with our potatoes all in one pan. That's looking pretty good. So we got that and that on. What I'm going to do is get myself a lemon. I'm just going to put the lemon over it. We will be putting a little bit more lemon into this when we actually braise it. That's cool. Wash my hands. Some fresh ground pepper. Sometimes it's good if you do prep it up in something like this, it saves it going all over your worktop. A bit more, that's fantastic. So that's our salt and pepper on there. We are going to put some rosemary in with it, but we don't need to at the moment. And I'm going to use some fleur de sel salt on this, plenty of salt. Oops, nearly put my hand in that with the This is a very mild salt, a fine salt. Right, so we're cooking on the Kamado monolith today. So there she is. The temperature at the moment in there is 152 Celsius. Right, let's open up our Kamado. Now, what I want to do is, if I can get the meat on that side, take up this side. What I want to do is, hopefully, I might need to use a smaller one. Yeah, I'm going to need to use a smaller pan on that. Okay, so we're getting there. That's looking pretty good. That's been in there for about an hour and a half at the moment. So we're getting good colour, a little bit of bark on that. That's looking pretty nice. I'm going to give that another half an hour, so it'll take it up to about 2 hours in there. And now I'm going to put it into a dish with the potatoes in. Okay, so this has been on for a couple of hours. Now I brought this in, and what I want to do now is I'm going to take that off out of there, and then we'll start prepping it up, ready to put some foil on. I'm going to salt these a little bit. Not too much salt. And then back on with the cracked black pepper. On with our meat. Now I've changed the pan. I did have it in a different pan, but I've decided to use one with a deeper sides to it. So we're going to put our rosemary and some thyme in. Put some thyme in there as well. And this will all just add to the flavour. Right, so that's pretty much it. We're going to cover this now with some foil and back in the oven for another 2-3 hours. There we go, there's the tin foil on. So we're good to go with that. Let's get that back in the Kamado. Okay, so I've got that up. It's reading 190 Celsius at the moment. So 180, 190. I'm going to cook that for about a couple of hours. But with the obviously with the tin foil on the top. So we'll just keep an eye on it, but we'll carry on cooking it at that temperature. Right, I'm just opening this up to have a look. I've got a bit of parchment paper on top of that just to stop any of that sticking. I've dropped a few onions in there now. And what else I'm going to do is put some olives in, because it's Greek and who don't like olives. So we're going to put some of those in, probably enough, and we'll get this all locked down again. Right, so we're about 4 hours into the cook now. It's pretty much done. I'm going to give it another hour, so that'll take us up to about 5 hours, just to let these potatoes are done. But I'm going to give those a little bit longer. But yeah, it's looking really good, really pleased with it. Right, so let's have a little cut. Looks so nice. You see we've got a little bit of smoke ring around here, but I've not put any smoking wood on it, so it's just purely from the charcoal that's done that. But I'm cutting this with a steak knife, so now the Greeks like to have this well done. They don't have it pink as such. So there we go. That tastes lovely. Let's try one of these potatoes. Let's really take on the flavour of that. You can taste the garlic, you can taste the rosemary, thyme, the oregano. Let's have a little one of these olives. Lovely. Well, that's my Easter cook. I'm not going to plate it this week. Purely because I've got a load of guests inside and they're going to want to eat this pretty shortly. So, yeah, that's good. What I am going to do is just rest this. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to rest this for about 20 minutes, half an hour, before I actually really cut into that. That'll let some of the juices come back into it, and it'll be a little bit moister than what it is now, but it's still pretty good. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next video.